Alright guys, this is not the type of video that I would have liked to be making, but unfortunately accidents happen in motocross, of course, and I broke both my legs back in December, and I just want to share my story of what happened and kind of things that are needed to make more aware and bring into the topic. So when I broke my legs, both of them, I was wearing my knee braces. And to give you a backstory of me using knee braces, I started wearing knee braces back maybe 2009. This was my first pair of knee braces with the Pod MX. And the problem that I'm realizing now with knee braces is that whenever you reinforce anything in the body, you prevent them from moving and flexing things that they're supposed to flex and move in different directions to prevent injuries. And the thing with knee braces, the major selling point is that they protect your ligaments in your knee, and that's one of the reasons why I bought it. And I also believe that wearing knee braces is a psychological thing as well, because to give you more backstory on the whole thing, back when Rhino started speaking about the knee pads, I went ahead and I bought the TP199s, and I was like, let's see what's the whole discussion about. So I bought these ones and I tried them on a couple times, and I went back to my knee braces. And the reason why I went back to my knee braces is, like I said, is pure psychological. And with the knee braces, I just felt like I had armor in my legs. Basically, I felt more protected. So you know, in motocross, when you feel mentally more protected, you're safer, you feel more confident. So it was a psychological thing for me. Like, I felt more protected. I also felt like I could grip the bike better. So that's why I was like, nah, I didn't like them. Went back to the knee braces, but I never ever thought and process and analyze the mechanics of wearing something rigid versus wearing knee pads. Besides, the obvious things is whenever, like I said, whenever you reinforce something in your body, is going to prevent you from flexing a certain way, but that energy will be transferred somewhere else. It won't disappear. So that's the main thing you have to think about, because both my legs broke right underneath the knee brace, both of them. The problem with this is that they lock and they're so rigid to move side to side. So these basically created leverage on my legs for them to break. And let me give you a story really quick on my crash. My crash was not that big of a crash, and that's the main thing I want to focus here. And this is what blew my mind, is that I overjumped a jump and I basically landed on the takeoff of the next one. So you could have triple or just double and double, but I accidentally overjumped it a little bit. The jumps were so close to each other, I just didn't time it correctly. And when I was on the air, I knew I was gonna case it, and I've cased bigger jumps before, but nothing happened. It's just the way that I landed. I was coming nose down because I was expecting to, land on the landing, like smooth, not on the takeoff of the next jump. So I was coming nose down, and the inertia of going like this and then landing abruptly on the takeoff, when I tried to absorb with my legs, both of them just snapped backwards. Right when the I don't know what direction they snap at, but both of them snapped. Instantly I knew like both my legs were broken, and it was so hard to believe that in such a small jump I broke both my legs, and I could not believe it. But I believe this is 50% of the reason why I broke my legs, and the other 50% I'm gonna make a separate video for it. It involved my foot pegs, and I'll go into detail in a different video for those. But definitely 50% of the reason why I broke my legs, I believe it was because of the knee braces. And the reason why I strongly believe this is because I also broke my femur 12 years ago while I was wearing these knee braces. In the same scenario where I broke my femur going through rollers, I wasn't even doing any big jumps. I was going through rollers, maybe second, third gear, just going. I lost on the entrance of one of the rollers, I lost the bike. I let it go. And when I let it go, my leg got caught on the top of the roller and it just snapped. And same thing, it just snapped. My femur literally right above where the knee brace ends. So, like I said, this happened 12 years ago, so I never would have put the pieces together. And honestly, if it wasn't because of Ryan Hughes basically talking about it, I wouldn't be thinking about it and putting logic into it and thinking it through. Because think about it, when you create leverage into anything, like if you're trying to break a branch, if you put leverage, you see how easy it is to break something. But and the same thing with your body is your body can absorb impacts if it's able to move different ways. And we've seen it how it happened with the neck braces. Basically everyone was wearing neck braces, and then Ryan Hughes started speaking about it because you start seeing a pattern of things. People started wearing neck braces and a lot of people started dying, and Ryan Hughes saw that pattern and spoke about it and brought it up, and he got a lot of backlash, but it's true. And like I said, the selling point of the knee braces is they protect your ligaments, but at the end of the day, if you're gonna hurt something in a bad crash, you're gonna hurt something, and your best chance of the best outcome is allowing your body to move in different ways to prevent those injuries. And if you think about it, when there's a car crash and always the drunk person survives or has the least amount of injuries because they're so loose and they just move around. And the people that stiffen up are the ones that break everything and get the most injuries. So it's basically the same mechanics that goes into motocross. Is if you cannot move a certain way, that energy will be transferred somewhere, and it's usually bones. And yes, these are supposed to prevent injuries on your knees and your ligaments, but at the end of the day, I broke both legs, and they had to go through my knee to insert the rods and plates and all of that, and I still got like an injured knee anyways because they had to go through it. So this definitely opened my eyes into more of the mechanics of the human body, how it's supposed to move, and listening to Ryan Hughes of everything he teaches, it makes a lot of sense. I wish I would have put together that when I was wearing this, and I should have just stuck to this. And you can never really predict what kind of crash you're gonna have. You're gonna have to make that decision if you're gonna wear knee pads or knee braces for yourself. Like I said, I strongly believe it was a psychological thing that I tried this and I didn't feel as protected, and I went with the knee braces. But I did a lot of research, and people have injured knees with and without knee braces. They've broken legs with and without braces. So it's not a certain thing that you can measure, because at the end of the day, no crash is the same anyways. But I strongly believe that your best outcome can happen with knee pads, because your body will be able to move and flex different ways. And if you want to protect your knees, don't go the route of using knee braces. The best route is to get your knees and ligaments strong. If you YouTube knees over toes guy, that guy will teach you a lot of movements that you can do to strengthen your knees, and that is the best protection you can do to your knees. No knee brace will save your knees if your knees are not strong enough and your ligaments are not strong or flexible enough. So if you want to protect yourself, do a lot of exercise to strengthen the knees and the ligaments, and knee pads is your best bet. Not only that, but you will also ride better with knee pads because you have way more degrees of movement side to side, and you're able to maneuver the bike way better. So something that it will have a benefit over using these ones. I'm so excited. It's been a long 4 months and a half, and I don't know when I will be able to return to the bike, but I'll be ready to do a lot of tests and buy parts that I'm going to try. I'll be uploading those videos once I get a chance, and stay in touch for the next video that I'll talk about the foot pegs that also I believe were part of why my legs broke, and something to be aware of for foot pegs as well. So stay tuned for that video. And also, I don't mean to talk bad about Mobius or any specific brand, good or bad. I don't mean to talk like bad about the product. I love these knee braces. They were my favorite knee braces that I wear. When I was using the Potomex, they would always be moving down. So if you decide to stick to knee braces, these were my favorite, the best. I really love them. But yes, I won't be wearing any knee brace, no matter the brand. But yeah, these are great. I don't mean to talk bad about these. Just I'm talking that I won't be wearing knee braces in general.